Hello everyone. Today we discuss about the chapter number 1, introduction about the estimates topic, methods of preparing approximate estimate. So here there are 9 types of the methods for preparing approximate estimate. So first one is a service unit method, second one is a plinth area method, third one is a floor area method, fourth one is a carpet area method, fifth one is a percentage method, sixth one is a cubical content method, seventh one is a typical bay method, eighth one is a approximate quantity method, and ninth one is a cost comparison method. So one by one we discuss about the all the methods. So we start from the first method is a service unit method. The entire structure is divided into number of service unit, and the rate of service unit is decided from the information of similar construction area. So like in a service unit method, like we take an example about one of the school or college. So here service unit is a classroom, laboratories, and teachers room. So these are the different service unit, and all the units are rate is calculated individually. And then the approximate cost of the construction is a number of service unit in a structure multiplied by cost of service unit in a similar existing structure. So here like in a school, number of service unit like classroom is like 20 classroom, and a cost of service unit similarly existing structure is like 50,000. So 20 multiplied by 50,000, so it's a total approximate cost of the structure. So here some of the point is also deciding service unit from the similar construction from the following should be noted. So here 4 point keep in mind during the deciding the service unit method. So first is a change in a cost of land, second one is a change in a price level of different material, third one is a change in a rate of labor, and fourth one is a change in a specification of construction. So these are the 4 point keep in mind during the using this method, service unit area method. Now next is a plinth area method. Second method is a plinth area method. So plinth area is equal to area of building at a plinth or a floor level measure outer to outer wall. And while calculating the plinth area, no deduction are made for a staircase, lift, garbage, electric meter cabin, and ducts for a sanitary. So while working out a plinth area, projection at a plinth level are excluded. Now in a plinth area included the area of all the rooms, kitchen, water closet, bathroom, veranda, corridor, etc. In this method, cost of 1 meter square area is calculated from the cost of similar construction in the nearby area, and estimated cost of the plinth area method is equal to plinth area multiplied by rate of 1 meter square area. So here one of the example we take one of the example like 2 BHK bungalow or 3 BHK bungalow. So here total plinth area like 400 meter square, and rate of 1 meter square area is like 10,000 rupees. So 400 multiplied by 10,000 rupees. So it's we get an answer is the estimated cost of the uh, particular 3 BHK bungalow by using the plinth area method. So here also we take one of the example like a building plinth area is a 200 meter square, and the plinth area rate in this area is a 3,500 per meter square area. So estimated cost is a 200 multiplied by 3,500. So here 7 lakh rupees we got answer is a 7 lakh rupees is a total construction cost of estimated cost of by using the plinth area method. Now next is a floor area method. So floor area is equal to plinth area minus area of the wall. So here area of the wall is excluded from the plinth area. Now in the calculation of the area of wall, the thickness of the walls shall be inclusive of finish and dado if the height of such a finishes is more than 1 meter from the from from floor in these. Now the following shall be included in the wall area. First one is a door and other opening in the wall. Second one is a built cupboard, almari, etc. appearing within a height of 2.2 meter from the floor. And third one is a flues which are within the wall. And fourth one is a intermediate columns. So here one of the example is given for the floor area method. So here estimated cost is a floor area multiplied by floor area rate. So let us consider one building has a floor area is a 100 meter square and a floor area rate is a 4000 per meter square. So estimated cost or total construction cost is equal to 100 multiplied by 4000. So its answer is 4 lakh rupees. So 4 lakh rupees is the total construction cost. Now next method is a carpet area method. So the carpet area is the floor area less the area of the following following portions. So here veranda, corridor, passage, entrance hall or porch, staircase, bathroom and water closets, kitchen and pantry, store, machine room for a lift, shaft for sanitary pipes, etc. are the carpet area in this floor are less. Now estimated cost is a carpet area multiplied by carpet area rate. Now next method is a percentage method. So in this method the cost of water supply, drainage, electrification, etc. Are estimated as a sum of the percent of the total construction cost of building. So here 2 to 3 example is given, 2 to 3 item is given: water supply, drainage, electrical, insulation. So cost of the percentage of the total cost is a 4%, 4% and 5 to 8%. So here 4% for water supply. So how to calculate the water supply 4%? So here total construction cost is like 1 lakh rupees. So total construction cost 1 lakh rupees and water supply percentage is 4%. So water supply cost is 1 lakh rupees multiplied by 4%. So we got an answer. So it's a percentage method. Next is a cubical content method. So in this method the cost per meter cube is used as a base for finding out the approximate cost of proposed building. Now in a cubical content of the building is a plinth area multiplied by height of the building. While calculating the height of the building, the depth below the plinth is not considered, and if the roof is sloping the average height is taken, and normally the distance between the floor level and a slab top level is taken as a height. Now in a cubical content method approximate cost of the proposed building is a total cubical content of the building multiplied by cube rate. In this method height is taken into consider, therefore it is more accurate, and this method is suitable for a approximate estimate of a multi-story building. Like in a multi-story building we calculate the multi-story building like flat or apartment schemes. Now next is a typical bay method. So this method is useful in case of the building which have a several similar bay. A bay is a space from center to center of a two successive column. A typical interior bay is selected and its total cost is worked out. Then approximate cost of proposed building is equal to number of bay multiplied by cost of one bay. So what is bay? Bay is a space from center to center of two successive column. It's called a bay. Now next is a approximate quantity method. So in this method various quantity are worked out with the help of many shortcuts, and for instance the wall foundation are measured in a linear measurement in running meter. The approximate quantity of such item, excavation, foundation, PCC, brick masonry up to the plinth, DPC are computed per running length, and with the help of rate of these item, a fairly accurate price per running meter is obtained. And these price when multiplied by the total running measurement give the approximate cost of the building up to plinth level. Similarly, the superstructure is measured in a running meter, and a suitable price per running meter is built up, included brickwork, inside outside plaster and paint work, or a paintwork and a woodwork, etc. For this method, the plan of the superstructure is compulsory available or compulsory required. Next is the cost comparison method. So this method is suitable for the estimate of prototype structure. Like an example, like when a prototype staff quarters or railway station, etc. are required to estimate an approximate, then the estimate for such a prototype work are prepared by comparing the previous cost within the present market rate, normally by increase the past cost on a percentage basis. Such an estimate can be prepared quickly even during the meeting, but an expert's knowledge, it is necessary to estimate the present cost of construction as compared to the previous record cost. Now next is a provisional sum. So here provisional sum we discuss in a next lecture.